Hello, everyone, and congratulations on your admission to UC San Diego, and welcome to the Triton family. My name is Jessica Boyle, and my preferred pronouns are she, her, hers. I am an international student advisor here at the International Services and Engagement Office, otherwise known as ISEO. I want to spend our time together today briefly introducing you to our office, sharing some resources for you as an incoming international transfer student, and get a little specific about what you need to do to request your UC San Diego Form I-20 or DS 2019. And then last but not least, I want to share some ways you can get engaged and involved with our office and with the international community here at UC San Diego. So to start, I'm so excited to briefly introduce you to our office and the international Triton community that you are joining. So as I mentioned, I am an international student advisor here at the International Services and Engagement Office, ISEO. ISEO serves the entire UC San Diego international community, which is made up of our international students, but also our international scholars and faculty and our international dependents. So we are a big team. We have 30 professional staff and 15 student employees. And our team is here really to support and guide our international students and scholars with their academic and personal goals, of course, successful transition to campus and student life, and meaningful engagement with the entire university and local community. What that looks like in practicality is ISEO offers services related to advising, which are there to help you understand and navigate your immigration status. And we also offer programs to help you connect and explore topics of interest and make connections across campus. Examples of advising might be if you have questions related to gaining or maintaining your F1 or J1 status as an international student, or maybe once you're here and enrolled in classes, maybe you have questions about working as an international student. These are some examples of the kinds of topics that an ISEO International Student Advisor can discuss with you. Programs can be anything like workshops to help you understand different aspects of your immigration benefits, or in-person gatherings like our monthly coffee hours, where you can just come by our office and enjoy a coffee and a pastry and meet our staff and other international students. We offer a lot of fun programs to help you get engaged with other students and members of our campus community, and I will be showing you a little bit more about the kinds of programs we offer at the end of this presentation. So I also am really excited to give you a little bit of an introduction to our international students. I want to tell you a little bit about the community of international students that you'll be joining here at UC San Diego. So take a look at our fall 2023 snapshot. This is a picture of what our international student body looked like during this past school year. We have over 7,000 international students studying at UC San Diego. That's over 18% of our campus population. And almost half of those students are undergraduate students, just like you. Our students come from over 100 different countries and are pursuing many different fields of study and research. We also have over 2,000 international alumni who are currently working in the United States on their post-completion F1 or J1 employment benefits. So what I hope you see is that by attending UC San Diego, you really are joining a large and diverse family of international Tritons. So on behalf of all of them, and on behalf of our office, the International Student Services and Engagement Office, I just want to say again, a huge welcome. We're really excited to have you joining the UC San Diego and Triton family, and we're really looking forward to meeting you in the fall. So to start us off, now that you know a little bit about our office and our international Triton community, I want to also share with you or point out just some resources that you can be referring to as you start your journey as a UC San Diego international student. Our inewstudent.ucsd.edu website is your first stop for information about starting your UC San Diego international student journey. This is where you'll find information on requesting your Form I-20 or DS 2019, as well as the visa application process, but also where you'll find information on things like traveling to San Diego, getting to campus, on and off campus housing resources, enrolling in classes, and much more. If you learn well by listening to or watching a presentation, then I also encourage you to check out this next resource, which is our pre-arrival webinars. These webinars are hosted by our office in collaboration with other offices from around campus, and they cover a wide variety of topics that are of interest to incoming international students just based on questions we've received over the years. They are specifically designed with our incoming international students in mind. So they will address, I'm sure, many of the questions you might have about things such as maybe the CVIS transfer process, on and off campus housing options, student health, your finances and student account setup, all those things and more. You can view the recordings and slide decks for these webinars by going to inewstudentwebinars.ucsd.edu and looking under the Fall 2024 Pre-Arrival Webinars section. This next resource is one that hopefully you are already referring to, iTriton. iTriton is your required online international student orientation course. You are required to complete iTriton no later than September 1st, so hopefully you have already gotten started. iTriton is going to orient you to the requirements and opportunities of being an international student at UC San Diego specifically. So it is required even if you have already been in the US as an international student. Plus, one feature of iTriton that our students really enjoy is the discussion boards. So iTriton is where you can begin to meet other incoming international students. As I mentioned, if you haven't already started this course, I really encourage you to get started on it soon. You can access iTriton and instructions for how to get started by going to itriton.ucsd.edu. And then last but not least, you are always welcome to contact our office. We have a variety of ways you can get in touch with us. Zoom appointments, our contact email form, we're available by phone. And if you're already in San Diego, I really encourage you to use our walk-up afternoon advising appointments at our office here on campus. We are located in Student Center B. All of the ways you can get in touch with us can be found at icontact.ucsd.edu. Next, I want to spend some time talking about how to request your Form I-20 or DS 2019 from our office. This is a necessary and crucial part of gaining or maintaining your F1 or J1 international student status at UC San Diego. So as an international transfer student, you will most likely find yourself in one of these two scenarios. You will either be a new initial F1 or J1 student, or you might be a CVIS transfer student. So how do you know which situation you're in and what you need to do? Determining your current status will depend on whether or not you hold a current active Form I-20 or DS 2019. You are a new initial F1 or J1 student. If you need a brand new Form I-20 or DS 2019 from UC San Diego, meaning you need a new initial Form I-20 or DS 2019 with a new CVIS ID number because you do not currently hold an active Form I-20 or DS 2019 with another US school. As far as your F1 or J1 visa stamp is concerned, if you have previously attended school in the US and maybe you had an F1 or J1 visa stamp with your other school's information on it, and it has not yet expired, meaning the expiration date on that visa stamp is still in the future, you might still be able to use that visa stamp in conjunction with your brand new UC San Diego Form I-20 or DS 2019. However, you should contact the consulate who issued that visa stamp to ask if that visa is still valid for use. It is at the consulate's discretion to advise you on whether or not you can still use that old visa or whether you need to apply for a new one. Or If your old visa has expired, or if you never had one, then you will need to use your new initial UC San Diego Form I-20 or DS 2019 to apply for your new F1 or J1 visa stamp. Now, if you do currently hold an active Form I-20 or DS 2019 with another US school, then the other school may be able to electronically transfer or move your Form I-20 or DS 2019 record from their school to UC San Diego. This is an electronic process that is known as a SEVIS transfer. So if you currently hold an active Form I-20 or DS 2019, you should check with your current or prior international office at your previous school to see if you are eligible for SEVIS transfer. If your other international office tells you that you are eligible for SEVIS transfer, then you should follow their instructions to request that they release your SEVIS record to UC San Diego. As a SEVIS transfer student, you may have a visa stamp with another school's information on it, as long as that visa is still valid for entry, meaning the expiration date is in the future. You should be able to use it along with your transferred Form I-20 or DS 2019 from UC San Diego. However, if your visa stamp has expired, then you will need to apply for a new one using your UC San Diego Form I-20 or DS 2019 the next time you travel abroad. So to summarize, because I know that was a lot of information, here are next steps. If you are a new initial F1 or J1 student, you need to request your Form I-20 or DS 2019 from our office. And then you'll need to use that to apply for your F1 or J1 visa stamp if you are in need of an F1 or J1 visa stamp. If you are a SEVIS transfer student, you need to contact your current or previous US school to ask them to release your SEVIS record to UC San Diego, and you need to request a Form I-20 or DS 2019 from our office. Once you receive your updated Form I-20 or DS 2019, now showing UC San Diego's school information, you can then use that updated document to apply for a new F1 or J1 visa stamp if you need that. Here are some resources you can refer to help you get through both of those processes. So as I mentioned before, our pre-arrival webinars are a great step-by-step way to learn how to request your Form I-20 or DS 2019 and how to apply for a visa stamp. If you are an F1 SEVIS transfer student, we also have a pre-arrival webinar called the SEVIS transfer process that will walk you through how to work with your current or prior US school and our office to facilitate your SEVIS transfer. The SEVIS transfer process does require that you work with both schools, so this pre-arrival webinar will show you how to do that. Note that if you are a J1 SEVIS transfer student, because J1 SEVIS transfers are much more rare, there is not a pre-arrival webinar that outlines this process. So if you are an eligible J1 SEVIS transfer student, please contact our office at icontact.ucsd.edu, and we'll be happy to help with your SEVIS transfer process. And then in addition to our pre-arrival webinars, our website, inewstudent.ucsd.edu, also has information and instructions on requesting your Form I-20 and DS 2019, applying for your visa stamp, as well as the SEVIS transfer process. One thing that I hope you notice is regardless of whether you're a new initial student or a SEVIS transfer student, you need to request a Form I-20 or DS 2019 from UC San Diego. To do this, you will submit the new admit you'll need to submit the new admit initial I-20 or DS 2019 request form in iPortal. iPortal is ISEO's service request system, and it can be accessed by going to iportal.ucsd.edu and logging in with your UC San Diego Active Directory credentials. Again, as I mentioned before, I strongly encourage you to first read through the instructions on our inewstudent.ucsd.edu website under step 1. That is where you'll find instructions on how to access iPortal, how to submit your new admit request for your Form I-20 or DS 2019, as well as the financial and immigration documents you'll need to upload to that request in order to receive your Form I-20 or DS 2019. Processing time to receive your Form I-20 or DS 2019 after you have completed and submitted your request in iPortal is 15 business days. If you are a CVIS transfer student, that 15 business day processing time starts once you have submitted your new admit request in iPortal and your CVIS record has been released to us by your previous US school. So if you're a CVIS transfer, keep in mind that we cannot issue your updated Form I-20 or DS 2019 until we have both received your iPortal request and your CVIS record has been transferred to us from your previous school. Last but not least, very important, the deadline to submit your request for your Form I-20 or DS 2019 is August 1st. So if you have not yet submitted your request in iPortal, please make sure you do this soon. All right, and then last but not least, remember that in addition to requesting your Form I-20 and DS 2019, you also have to complete the F1 or J1 process by submitting the online check-in form in iPortal within 10 days of your arrival to the US if you've traveled internationally over the summer, or if you did not travel internationally over the summer and you've just stayed in the US as a CVIS transfer student maybe, then you need to submit the check-in form within 10 days of your program's start date as it's shown on your Form I-20 or DS 2019. So again, note that if you are a new initial student and if you're a CVIS transfer student, you are required to submit the online check-in form in iPortal. Once we receive your check-in form, we will activate your CVIS record and you will then be an active F1 or J1 UC San Diego international student. All right. So to close, I wanted to end on a fun note and give you a preview of the types of programs our office offers that you can take advantage of once you are here at UC San Diego. To start, we have our iPrograms website, which you can reach at iprograms.ucsd.edu. Our iPrograms are our most popular programs. Everything from our coffee hours to our English in Action tutor program to our Triton Trekkers program, which helps you get outside and explore San Diego's natural beauty. We have lots of amazing opportunities for you to take advantage of, so I encourage you to check out iprograms.ucsd.edu and get excited about the types of things you can get involved in with our office. Then we have our iEvents calendar, which you can access by going to ievents.ucsd.edu. iEvents is where you can always find the most up-to-date opportunities, both with our office and with other offices around campus to get engaged with the international Triton community. You'll see we offer things like English practice sessions, International Student Association meetings, coffee and craft meetups, workshops on your immigration benefits. There's so much to enjoy and take part in. So I encourage you to check out ievents.ucsd.edu. One program that I do want to highlight is our Global Coffee Hours. If you are already in San Diego for the summer, or if you arrive by September 11th, stop by our Global Coffee Hours to meet our office and other members of the international Triton community. Our Global Coffee Hours take place once per month. During orientation, we will be running them every other day. We'll have free coffee, free pastries, fun activities like crafts and raffles with prizes. And these coffee hours are a great way to not only meet our office, but begin making new friends at UC San Diego. And then last but not least, save the date for new international student orientation. I-orientation begins on September 9th with a few required virtual sessions that will orient you to maintaining your immigration status at UC San Diego and cover important topics like working in the United States. The sessions that take place September 9th through 13th are 100% online, so you do not have to be in San Diego in order to participate in these. But I do encourage you to arrive to San Diego by September 16th when our optional in-person events kick off. The whole week of September 16th through 20th, we'll be running a lot of fun events that you can use to meet your peers and other members of the international Triton community. Several of these will be lunch and learns, so there will be free food provided if you RSVP. Basically, you won't want to miss out. This is such a fun time and fun start to the school year. So you can visit iorientation.ucsd.edu to watch for information on the orientation schedule. It will be up soon and we'll include the links for you to register for any of these sessions. In closing, again, we're just so excited to have you joining the UC San Diego International Triton family, and we're so looking forward to meeting you at the start of the school year. Remember that our office, the International Services and Engagement Office, is here for you to get in touch with your questions. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. All of our contact information can be found at icontact.ucsd.edu, and we are active on social media, so I encourage you, if you have not already followed us, to give us a follow, and we'll look forward to seeing you very soon.